Media is very important for economic development and democracy. We all know that successful countries have very strong and vibrant media organizations. Today we have the State of the Media Survey, which is a very important report. And I think in today's world, the biggest asset is data. Data is key for decision making. Now, this is what the Media Council is giving us. Now, in the media, we are struggling. We don't have consistent and credible data on the state of media. And that leaves room for misinformation, leaves room for misleading statistics out there. If we can get a credible survey, credible research done every month, that will help us in making decisions. The media owners will work with all the authorities, and including the government, to build and set up some credible institution or framework of collecting data that can, when you come into this country, you look at the data and you can make decisions.
The media survey is covered in the Media Council Act. We must do the survey annually and release the results to the public. That's what we are doing today. It is meant to make the media have a look at itself. Since Media Council of Kenya is mandated to keep raising the standards and professionalism of journalism in Kenya. Kenya's media performance has been shaped by many factors today, ranging from technological, socio-economic, and like everywhere else in the globe, the COVID pandemic. And you know, we are still just emerging from the worst of that pandemic. Some of the things happening to the media today are influenced by the effects of the pandemic. In global standings, Kenya is currently ranked at position 102. Last year we were just 103 out of 180 by the Reporters Without Borders report in relation to press freedom. We may think we are very highly ranked, but that can get better. In terms of media freedom, we could be very good in our region in Africa, but globally we are still flung out there at 102. So we have a lot of room for improvement. Kenya has a vibrant media environment which has enabled it to host over 85 TV stations, over 200 radio stations, over 100 print publications, and 200 online media platforms. From this survey, it is notable that broadcast media has remained in the lead, expectedly, with the radio leading TV for the last 2 years. Media convergence has forced media houses to innovate to survive. As you can see, when readership of the hard copy is going down, all media houses have been called upon by this necessity to innovate to stay afloat. And that's why I mentioned Chams Media is one of the biggest innovations of our time by Alex Chamwada. Unbiased and objective reporting remains a pillar of professional journalism. It is a big challenge for media to remain professional in such a polarized election like this one. But your hands are not tied, and it is not against media freedom to refuse to speak the language of the politicians to the people. In line with its watchdog role, the media should protect audiences, consumers from inappropriate and misleading content, including inappropriate adverts and other contents. The Media Council of Kenya will continue promoting professionalism in the media through its various interventions to boost public confidence in the media and Kenya's standing in the global rankings. Given where we stand, there is a lot of hope, and we can confidently say we still lead in this region of Africa. In fact, among the top in Africa. So keep the hope up, and things can only get better coming from where we are coming from.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today to launch the report on the status of the media in Kenya, as we reflect on where the media has come from. It is also in order to take stock on how it has fared in the past year. It's imperative to note that Kenya has a vibrant media environment which has enabled it to host, as we've been told again, over 85 TV stations, 200 radio stations, 100 print publications, and 200 online media platforms. It's worth noting that though the broadcast media has remained in lead, the percentage in the TV significantly dropped from 74% last year to 58%, while radio has maintained 74% for the past 2 years. I'd like to point out that even as broadcast media thrives as a preferred mode of communication, print media has continued to be lowest, despite it being one of the oldest modes of communication. This calls for innovation and development of customer-centric, market-driven products that will not only guarantee widespread readership, but also take care of sustainability. Public trust in the media cannot be gainsaid, hence the reference as the fourth estate due to its pedestal place in society. Unfortunately, the level of public trust in the media continues to wane every year. This is a worrying trend, as the media is entrusted by the public to provide accurate information across all spheres. I therefore throw a challenge to the media fraternity in Kenya to come up with innovative ways that will aid in enhancing public trust in the media. Based on the recommendations shared in the report, I'd like to assure you of the support of the Ministry of ICT, Innovation and Youth Affairs towards boosting media performance. To this end, we will continue engaging various stakeholders to ensure adequate capacity building of media workers through trainings and exposure. I urge all media houses to increase their coverage on matters of public interest, especially in rural areas, and make sure that their voices are captured. Media houses should also consider airing 60% of local content and ensure inclusivity by tapping on the diverse languages in Kenya to grow our local productions.